maybe.
Quiet on the set. Zoom Room video sponsored by the BMC.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. And this is Lunch, coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Here are the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of... What is this thing that we're doing again today?
I don't know. Something.
A little show called Lunch or something like that?
Something like that.
Something. And Lily jumped off her perch to come down. If you check the corner, you get some lily tail.
Lily
Until
tail.
She jumps in my lap.
Hi, Lily. And Tina's already dancing and waiting for the giveaway to be open. So there it is.
I opened it on my side so that way Tina is already involved in my giveaway. And there is Lily on my lap. I mean, you see, she just gets on my lap during the show, not before.
And the rest of the day, she doesn't give a crap where you are or what you're doing, right?
Well, as long as we're in the same room.
Well, you've got a nice little stand for her by the window now, so I'm sure she appreciates it.
It's the small desk that I used to use that I got from Heather.
The old desk, the one that barely held a monitor.
I think it's like 30 inches across, so it's just like a straight just use one desk with a monitor, and I had multiple monitors on that desk.
Yeah.
Hello,
everybody. Hi, Tina. Hi, Stymie. Long live the Singers Kit.
And now Lily is trying to decide what she wants to do.
Patty has been trying to get somebody to go make her breakfast all morning. Have you been lucky yet in getting your breakfast?
No, I had to make it myself.
What? Okay.
Yeah. And Torque, somebody said he's been having a problem trying to play in the German language. We sent him your way. I hope you're able to help him out.
Yes, hopefully. And Wait, watch this. Lean back a little bit and let's see what Lily does. Is Lily going to get on my shoulder or not? She is
Or
standing
not.
there. She is starting the walk. She is stretching
There
out
it
the
is.
paws. There she goes. Notice I am not prompting her at all.
No, the lean was a prompt. It's like, yeah.
The lean was a prompt. Yeah.
Like, hold on, my base has gotten slightly different.
Well, I mean, you have seen her jump on the back of my chair while I'm just sitting here. So,
Oh yeah.
as well as jumping up on my shoulders. I was just giving her a little more
But
room.
funny enough, when the cat stays in my bed some nights, she doesn't seem to realize that I have one of those adjustable beds, and she'll be laying on the bed, and I'll adjust it up or down. Very, very rarely does she like lift her head to go like, "What's going on here? Why am I moving?" Otherwise, she don't care. Yeah,
she's like, I'm in bed. Screw this.
that's right. That's right.
And hold on. I've got this zip tie here. Okay, now Lily is behind my monitors. So zip tie, it is just not gonna cause any problems. So let's give this to Lily to play with. Okay, you ready, Lily? You ready? Ready? Go. There goes Lily.
There she is. All right, now that Lily has made her cameo today, we can now commence with the news.
Okay.
So,
I'd like to start off by talking about toilet paper.
Toilet paper?
No, I'm sorry. Sorry. The Tweeterverse. The Tweeterverse.
The Tweeterverse, because we've got nothing better to do than to leave this here.
Yes. 2 hours ago, Chris tweeted out, just going to leave this here without further comment. Followed by further comment.
Oh, is it followed by further comment?
So, the further comment is a Z saying possible new druid-like school or transformation skills, maybe?
That was my thought.
My response was pet paper doll. Then look at who liked my tweet. If you can see who liked my tweet. But Chris was one of the people that liked my tweet. Followed by, now discuss the 3 grayed out icons. Without further comment, with further comment.
And there is another comment there. I don't want to do that.
Yes.
What's the comment to the comment now?
Well, Violet's like saddle, reinforced claw, and bow tie slot for dance party, obviously.
Very interesting. Let's go ahead and jump back there. I've got a close-up picture that I can bring up here and make it a little bigger for you all to see. The 3 grayed out icons look like both claws. And is that a saddle? Is that what we're going to get? Rideable? So rideable pets? Rideable? Maybe that's what it is.
Well, one is definitely a collar, so it is a bow tie. Then you have the claws, and I can't tell if that's a saddle or not.
Well, are both the left and right claws, or is just the one on the right the claw? It's hard to see.
Just the one on the right is the claw. The other one is something else. So maybe that would be armor?
I don't know. Very interesting.
Armor or a saddle? I don't know.
Well, we've been requesting, not just we, but the community has been requesting all sorts of other rideable mounts. So not just horses.
Bridget is saying that the right is a claw and the left is a brain.
Brains.
Yeah, left one we can't make out what the actual picture is in order to what? Caffeine?
I'm reading something, sorry.
Reading out loud.
Reading something out loud.
I forgot that it's not push to talk. My bad.
Okay.
I'll share with the group.
Okay. Thank you for sharing with the group. Looks like 2 saddlebags hanging on with a pommel in the middle.
And then, interesting.
Or armor.
As I've got some commentary from Z here.
Yeah. Where?
Just gave it to me here in
Discord.
Let me see if I can't, copy it over to you. I don't know. Actually, this is actually a screenshot, so let me see how. I guess I got to download this. I got to save it. And Z, can you just throw that in main chat?
Make it easier for me. And Lily is still playing with a zip tie. Sweet. Do you have Z? Mine is Cynicist. I'm really hard to find. And if you're in the NBNN news chat, it's right at the top. At the very top.
I got it copied already, so I will drop it in.
Okay.
I will drop it in, and then you can. Did that come across right?
No, you did not send it to me.
No, it didn't save right. So let me go back and try it again. Open.
Okay. And okay.
Images.
Sure. Okay. Let's see.
Let's see if this one's saved properly.
Okay.
There it is. There it is. Okay, so now I can drop this in and we can put it up on screen like I've got it up on screen now. So I'm going to go ahead and close that one. I'm going to move this on over.
Oh, are you sure about that? Okay. Yeah, now I gotta blow that up.
Actually, that's, I guess I'm going to just open the original so it's better.
Z is asking David, that for transformations or for pet future stats? Not that I'm a tamer. Looks interesting either way. Summon might get in there too. That was in the initial plan since we have summon skill 2. And Lily has backup on my desk and I can equip them. That's cool. Opens up for future for sure. What about leaving the resummoning of the creature, or does it just remember gear? It's the same gear for all pets. Won't have each pet equip their own stuff. Too much work. Ah, I see. Makes it easy to manage then. It's kind of equipped on the character, yeah, but the skill on those items will be pet only. So character having them equipped, even if the pet is off, doesn't matter. Oh, now Lily wants to play with a rubber band. Okay. So that would be the pet gear and not a saddle.
Well, what kind of pet gear? That's the question.
Well, they've got a necklace, claws for attacking, and probably some sort of body armor.
See, I would assume that a bear would have 2 claws for attacking plus a vicious bite. So I would think that there would be multiples there, you know.
Well, do we actually have different damage types for claws and bites? Or do we...
Doesn't really say. Just that gives you a damage modifier, a strength modifier, a taunt, a resist.
So the question becomes again: Lily got half the rubber band. Okay, get back here. I don't want you to actually eat that. Okay. No more rubber band playing with Lily. Yes. Need to get tigers in the game so I can have a battle cat.
Battle cat.
Yes.
Thank you, Z. I do appreciate it when you share those interesting conversations because you do ask some of those questions. You
shit.
get some of the coolest answers out of them. So we love when you share and we thank you for it. Also, gotta give a shout out, one I haven't done in a while, to Malhari of the Jade Dragons. Dude, you're awesome. Is constantly retweeting everything we tweet out plus some. And I probably spend half of my time on the Tweetiverse liking and you know just replying to his likes and all that good stuff because I spent 5 minutes liking and doing stuff to his and then 30 seconds on everybody else because he's just constantly doing
That's good.
that. So
Yeah.
we don't ever see him in chat here. I thought it would be worthwhile to give him that shout out because he does constantly promote us out on Twitter. So.
And Maul may be one of the guys that day job prevents him from actually watching during the day.
Yeah, most likely. It doesn't stop him from retweeting and getting us out there. So big shout out to Malhari of the Jade Dragons. Thank you.
Yes.
We do appreciate it. So I think it's time that we go talk about some Shroud math because
yeah, we can't do that.
Sean wants a rideable giant skunk with only her natural weapons.
Okay. So let's talk about Shroud math because what's the title for this one?
Cloning yeast.
Okay. Cloning yeast.
I don't get this. Either he has a typo or the Shroud math is really funkadelic, but it is Shroud math nonetheless. So
okay. The cloning yeast recipe used to be 1 jar of yeast, 1 empty jar, and 3 flour, and this returned 2 jars of yeast. Thus, the original jar was returned and the empty jar was filled with yeast culture. Under the old...
Stop. Okay. 1 jar of yeast, 1 empty jar, returned 2 jars of yeast. Okay, so you didn't get 2 jars, just the original jar was cloned, right? Okay, can we agree to that?
So you had your starter yeast, then you had an empty jar with additional flour, and then you mixed a little bit and you end up with 2 jars of yeast as the end result.
Right, okay.
Now, under the old recipe, 3,000 empty jars, 9,000 flour, and 1 jar of yeast would ultimately return 3,001 jars of yeast culture.
Correct. Your original jar plus the 3,000 jars that you just added to it. Okay,
correct.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That's all good math.
The new recipe takes 3 jars, 1 jar of yeast, 3 flour, returning 3 jars of yeast culture. Thus, your starter is now consumed. So 3,000 empty jars, 3,000 flour, and 1 jar of yeast ultimately returns 2,001 jars of yeast culture.
Shroud math. Hello, Shroud math. Shouldn't that just be 3,000 consuming the 1 jar, or does he have a typo there? This is my question, but Shroud math nonetheless. And on top of that, I just don't see how that would work because Sean with 300 bits. Thank you, you fucker.
For writable skunks.
So if you're starting out with the new recipe with 3 jars, 1 yeast, and 3 flour, apparently that one yeast should be consumed each time, which should still not equal 3,000. Right? Am I wrong? If you're considering that one yeast, because if that one yeast isn't coming back, then you're consuming one yeast every 3-jar recipe, so you would be using a whole lot more in that case. I mean, that would be the math to me. And Sean, for his 300 bits, is going to get himself a
I
copy
will say,
of Sense, a cyberpunk ghost story.
Subscription from Sean on my channel.
Nice.
Congratulations.
That's $19.99 on Steam going out to Sean for $3. And that's going to trigger track number 69.
69. Okay. Trying to bring up track number 69. Oh, wait. Helps if I click on marbles. Helps if I launch marbles, too.
It does. We've got Dizzy,
Yeah.
Puzzling, Anger.
And 300 bits from Sean, getting him a Steam key of Overpass because he wants to go four-wheeling and doing weird things. So there you go. There is that Steam key for Overpass. And Overpass is $24.99 on Steam.
Nice.
Yes, it appears to be an off-roading game, so
$6 got them $45 worth of games, folks.
I know.
$6 got them $45 worth of games.
And
Only
he
here
gets
on
to
NBNN.
We get to play Dizzy Pulling Anger.
Dizzy Pulling Anger.
Yeah, Dizzy Pulling Anger, and that also means that there's a giveaway on my stream as soon as this is over. So exclamation mark play on both streams because we are clicking start in 3, 2, 1, start. Okay.
That's right. Make sure you're in on the action giveaways on that side this round. But of course, if you want more giveaways, make that little bar move a little bit more. We'll do that. Hit us up with a sub, and you all get free subs. I know you all got Amazon Prime, and you get a free sub every month. Don't let it go to waste. Give them to us. Donate them to our streams.
Do something.
Yes. But I'm real curious about. I think his math is flawed, first off, because, again, if you're using that one yeast to begin with and it's consuming that one yeast, he would wind up with less than his 3,000. I'm thinking the 2001.
That should have been 3,000. And so...
Well, no, not necessarily, because if it's consuming that one yeast... now he's saying 2,000. So if he's missing 1,000, then there's really something wrong, because then every time it's consuming a jar,
every single time it is consuming one jar. So you started off with 4 jars, then the result is 3. Okay, so. The Shroud math there, I think it should be like 2250 or something like that, not 2000.
Yeah, and I don't know how he comes out with a 2001 if the original is consumed. So is the original consumed? Otherwise,
the original is consumed. Yes. Yeah. So his math there, I think, is wrong as well. And right now, I am in the lead.
You got Tina in the lead on this side. Quite an interesting
until
track.
I was rejected by one of these thingies. And then Tina stole the lead from me. And then
Tina gets caught up.
Oh, Torque now in the lead. And then Mom's right behind her. And then me having to wait. This one's a little bit extra as far as the spinny thing. Okay. 3 of us all caught up together. Okay, why
You
is
got
your
a
tail
whole
wet?
bunch of people getting ready
Okay.
to drop through the funnel.
Oh, that's why. You're Lily's trying to help me like do mouse buttons again with her tail. Okay, Mom and Torque
Bridge
battling
Troll
it out,
takes the
and
lead.
Torque is victorious on my stream. So time to send Torque some scrolls. Congratulations there, Torque.
Bridget Royal input a win.
Okay, and is everybody on my stream turned around and typed in I love I love free shit, because it is time time for me to pull a giveaway as soon as I get these scrolls out and click on the right thing. So let's see. Giveaway. Close giveaway. Pick a wiener. And Sajay Wize.
Sajay Wize, Sagewise, congratulations.
Sajay Wize is victorious, getting himself a copy of. You know what? I found out that I did mess this up the other day with Heg Pets. So Sajay Wize is getting 2 games. Because I do not want to give you a Steam key that then requires you to then give away the add-on pack, which requires a purchase of the original game. Oops. It helps if I whisper a name instead of just a straight-up game key. Come on, Lily. Okay, there it is. Okay. The first key is the base game. The second key is the add-on for Rise of Industry. Okay. So Rise of Industry is actually $29.99. Then the DLC Rise of Industry 2130 is $9.99. So that right there, nearly $40 a game.
$40 worth of game. Nice.
Right there. So congratulations to Sajay Wize, otherwise known as Sagewise. Yes.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So, I will say that El Jefe speaks, and I think that his math was wrong for the 2001 jars of yeast, but the new and improved yeast recipe yields less yeast than the original recipe for yeast.
I still don't see that though. If the new recipe takes 3 jars and 3 flour, and you used to get 1 jar and 3 flour, and you would get 1 plus the original back, you're getting 3 back and consuming the 1 for the 3 flour. So I'm assuming it's costing less and you're getting more.
So you might be spending less money on flour for that material. But remember, on the new recipe, you're starting off with 4 jars and ending up with 3.
Okay, well, the other one you were starting off with 2 jars.
And ending up with 2.
And again, the Shroud math is backwards, because if you got 2 out of the original and the 1 jar, you really only got 1 because you got the original jar back. So
yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so he's actually getting 2. Well, if it's consuming that first jar and he's getting 3, then I don't see how it's getting less. I really don't. Now again, I would actually have to sit down and do 3,000 yeast cultures to do that, but I'll leave that up to the bug hunters.
So think of it this way: 1 and 1 becomes 2, right?
Take away the original 1, what do you get? You muted. I don't hear you. I don't know what you did.
Sorry. So the new recipe is 3 in 1. So empty jars, 1 jar of yeast becomes
3 jars.
3.
Right.
Whereas the other one was 1 jar of yeast, 1 empty jar yields 2.
Which is your original jar. So technically
Yes.
it was only yielding 1.
But it was 1 jar. Where in the new recipe, every single time you're losing 1 jar.
Then you wouldn't wind up with 2001. You understand?
That's where I think his math is wrong, and I think it's closer to like 2250.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's closer to 2250, but the cost difference is in that 3 flour.
No, the cost difference is in the extra jars. It's still the same 3 flour.
3 jars.
Right.
3 empty jars. 3
Original
flour.
recipe was 1 empty jar, 3 flour.
3 flour.
Right.
So
the original was 1 empty jar, 3 flour. The new recipe is 3 empty jars, 3 flour. So flour cost remains the same no matter which the recipe is.
Well, considering you're changing on the number of jars,
yeah. So the number of the money goes out in the jar cost, not the flour cost. That's all I'm saying.
You're still spending way too much. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's still yeast. You still have to buy the first yeast for a stupid amount of money compared to what it cost you to make it.
And Stymie's like, damn, own your own sweatshop. Tina's like, the new sucks. Because using the same resources, you would get more. You just have to do the recipe more times.
You would think. I'll wait for the bug hunters to come back after they do their work. I'm not going to waste money on it because I don't think I need any yeast right now. But if I do, I will check it out. I'll check out what I need food-wise. But I don't think I've used yeast in God knows how long for anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's some wonderful Shroud math for you guys and gals today. Ready as a food seller, I decided that screw all those new recipes. I'm going to sell the 3 foods that still sell better than anything else. The ones I've always been selling, and I ain't messing with any of the other stuff. Yeah, thanks, Econdas. That's all the yeast from those beers, buddy. It's all the yeast from those beers. That's what it is. Yeah.
I think Econdas is just saying you're a little gassy. So
so interesting stuff out there. Next topic I think needs some discussion because this actually touches on a couple of things. The ability to hide a lot. Let's talk about this a little bit because there's a point in here that you and I have had contentions with to begin with, which is well, I'll let you read it and you'll be able to tell what it is that I'm talking about.
The ability to hide a lot from the town crier, or at least hide the owner. It would be awesome if the mark as private option on the lot deeds
private
means hides the lot from the town crier, or at least hide the owner of it. In fact, I don't think option does anything right now. In a pot, there are a lot of option lots that are supposed to be just part of the scenery or the story, not home or business. Having them in the town crier takes away from that anonymity, makes some user quests too easy, and it can break immersion. Since the pots are so restricted in the terms of placeable items, lots are required to just fill out a scene.
Not true.
Well, if you're trying to decorate your pot with as many decos as you can, then yes.
Well, I'll give an example of Journey's End, where I use row houses to fill out the scene. So, what would you rather see, an empty town or just a bunch of empty, vacant row houses that make it look like a veritable ghost town? If nobody's in those houses, unless, of course, you're willing to take the time to decorate said lots, which you can't do because nobody's claimed those lots. So, unless you're claiming all those vacant lots
That's
as
what he's
row
doing is
houses.
he's claiming those lots, not as low row houses. He's using village, town, whatever to decorate his POT.
I do quite a bit of the same. I've got, several lots claimed. I've got a jail on one. I've got a store on another. I've got an airship on another, which is my
But I mean,
imports,
he's using it for
exports.
like grass and trees and other vegetation, I guess.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely,
trying.
Stymie. Is when I place those empty lots, they're just
Yeah,
empty. And I did that, but when you take away those lots, it really makes it look desolate, not just a ghost town, but now it's just desolate without those lots being there.
yeah. I mean, the problem is that we really just need more players. I mean, if then
Well,
from there,
let's talk about. I don't think Mark as private actually even does anything. What does Mark as private do?
well, if you have a house on your lot, it makes it so that way other players can't enter your house.
Right, but if you mark the lot as private, can people still enter your lot?
Yes, they can,
Yes, thank you.
because unless you have walls with a gate.
And if you ban somebody from your lot, can they still enter your lot?
Yes.
Okay. What is the point of marking it as private or banning somebody if they can just walk right through that? That's like the restraining order, that just a piece of paper that nobody pays attention to and just walks
That's all a
right through it.
restraining order is.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
difference is that you've got that invisible fence is actually at the house door. They
Or the
just can't
gate
use.
if you've got it walled off. Yes.
Yeah.
That's assuming that the wall's not so low that you can just hop right over it, or that your neighbor's house isn't close enough where they can just hop off the neighbor's roof and hop into your property. Uh, oh yeah, somebody delivering lunch again to you? What's going on here? What is this? 2 days
Yes.
in a row?
Yes.
I tell
This
you,
time they brought me kolaches.
must be nice. Must be nice.
And not only that, they also brought Dr. Pepper.
Spare Dr. Peppers? Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Jack's gonna get fat and happy real quick if that keeps going on. Doesn't have to run downstairs and get his exercise. He's gonna be getting lunch during lunch. I know he's getting happy. I don't know if he's getting fat. If he's working it off right, then yeah. But Time Lord says yes. Vulcan Jedi says yes. This one of my quest ideas for POT treasure hunt would only work if you couldn't have the crier mark the location. Majoria, actually, I would love the ability to rate lots like you could in EverQuest for deco contests and feedbacks to players' hard work and creativity. What happened to rating dungeons and stuff like that? Wasn't that supposed to be a thing at one point?
You things that were planned to be that never were. There was lots of things.
Something like
Dungeon
that.
raids, guild wars.
Is there a list? Yeah, okay. There is a list that says whether it has
Actions.
a basement or a dungeon on this list now, which I remember that was a nice addition.
Yeah.
And yeah, listing your house name let's get to that real quick. So what they really want is they don't want the name showing on there. They don't want the identity. But again, things that we'd like to see: banning somebody from a lot, actually banning somebody from a lot, making a lot private, actually making the lot private, so that no fencing needed. You just run into that invisible wall.
It's got the invisible fence there. Yes.
Yeah. Which I believe used to be a thing back in the day, back in the early days before we went. I remember running across, open what looked like open fields, and all of a sudden you would just face plant right into a dead barrier, and they decided to take that out, if I recall correctly. Which was a thing. Again,
It was a thing.
I don't know why it was taken out, because that was a private lot was a private lot. I guess it was breaking my immersion, man, breaking my immersion. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you all think that lots should be marked as private, or you're able to remove the identity of the ownership of the lot? I would tend to agree that this would be great for questing. Again, particularly in player-owned towns. I don't know if that would be something you'd want to do to NPC towns, but if you're doing it, you might as well do it across the board and go ahead and make it.
You know what? Attach a fee, an in-game gold fee for make your lot ownership anonymous.
Very nice. Gold sync,
absolutely. Sync right there. But I mean, as I said, make your lot listing anonymous. And gold sync right there. Yes, anonymous for more taxes. But the make private needs to be that invisible fence around your house.
The electric privacy fence.
Like it was in release.
As some commentary here is sure, why not? Then you need to find the lot manually, which would be great for Quest. Jack's got it, bingo. Anonymous equals more taxes. I don't know about taxes. I think it would just be another fee.
It's just a gold sync, but make it a monthly fee to, and make it pretty substantial just to remove lots of gold.
Recurring, absolutely. Yeah. Not just a one-time fee. Make it a recurring fee. I could dig that. And Tina says, I like the ideas of completely removing it from the crier, as it would make it easier to find those who want to be found. There you go, Tina. Especially again, in the lot listings here, you can see those of us who actually added names. In Owl's Head, out of 75 available vendors, there's 2, 4, 6. There's 9 people who actually name their lots, and 3 of those are our lots back. 2 lots back here in my other lot. Bridge Trolls training mentor center, and of course Phil's Kodo shop and the BMC, amongst others. Other names are Owl's Head Shop, Owl's Head Vendor, and Vendor Lot. So people who want their lots to be noticed are giving them names. And of course, NBNN Studios, where you can find us every Monday through Friday. Yeah, recurring fee actually would make sense in that case, Econdas. Got to agree with that.
The only problem is we know the history of it makes sense, which means we will never do it.
Yeah, he also throws in, you used to or still need to pay a fee for the phone company for an unlisted number, I think.
Absolutely.
It's they really do a great job of making you pay for an unlisted number, but they don't do anything to stop those telemarketers from calling said unlisted number.
Well, that's because they turn around and also sell that number to those same telemarketers.
Yeah.
Yes. I will say that after buying this house, I want to go shoot my mortgage company for selling my name to everybody and their dog.
Because all of a sudden you've got all sorts of people soliciting you for this, that, the other thing.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
And they're
Absolutely.
even referencing like my mortgage. Which like, yeah, no.
Get out of here.
But yes, there is a ton of stuff there that needs to be done.
Oh, two newbies here in Owl's Head. And Striker
What?
Sparhawk roaming around. Owl's Head as well. What's up, Striker?
Oh, long time no see, Striker.
Yeah. But moving right along, what topic do we want to discuss next?
Well, we are closing that tab, and we are going to be talking about let's talk about some Oracle Watchers.
Oracle Watchers. Okay, let's talk about some Oracle Watchers, because I'm curious about this, and there's the dev answer to this question, so be some good stuff to talk about here.
Are Oracle Watchers supposed to be present in any scene you can get a virtue hit? I don't know if this is a bug or possibly missing content. But in the Overland Dog encounter, the player will have a virtue hit when killing the various herders that appear. If the player kills all the various herd of random creatures that can appear in the Overland Dog encounter, the Oracle will never tell you this at all, but probably because no Oracle Watcher is present in the scene. My basic understanding of knowing when a choice I can do in a scene may affect my virtues when an Oracle Watcher is within the scene, like Tenebrous Harbor, the children you can kill. An Oracle Watcher is completely absent in the dog encounter scene.
Is Oracle Watchers in Sultan? Does that mean you can take a hit?
Yes. That means Lads is going to step outside and take a hit real quick. And we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how many hits he really takes. Killing the herders in the wave battle cure does lower your virtue. This may or may not be intended. I wanted to ask the question first. Are Oracle Watchers supposed to be present in scenes that your decisions within them can affect your virtue? Okay, before we get into the dev answer, I want to say the Oracle Watchers are really only there in starting scenes.
Maybe.
Only in all of the more advanced scenes do they have. Is there an Oracle Watcher in the Rise?
It's been a long time. But it's been a long time since I've been doing any hunting because, again, I have so many purchase orders out there that people just sell me all the goods I need these days, so I really don't have to go hunting anymore, which is sweet.
Yeah. But Sanyo does answer, the Oracle doesn't need her watchers in the area when someone's virtue-related data needs to be updated. From the Avatar's perspective, the Oracle doesn't need a visible presence of any type to know when a virtue-affecting event has occurred. In my mind, the Oracle has as yet unrevealed means that can track any and all virtue changes. But the Watchers are nodes in her extended computer network that provide extra benefits by helping her capture additional details about virtue events and processing and submitting those details more quickly than her invisible tracking means.
Which means they really have no use whatsoever?
Yeah. And realistically, Oracle Watchers are pretty much in Sultan. A couple dozen scenes that are just starter scenes, really.
Well, those dog scenes aren't starter scenes. Those are add-on adventure scenes that came later.
Exactly.
Right?
So it wasn't intended as a starter scene. That's why there's no Oracle Watchers.
Okay. I thought he said there was in one of those. Which one was he referring to?
So he said Tenebrous Harbor.
Tenebrous Harbor is not a starter scene. By no means is Tenebrous Harbor.
It's along. Where is Tenebrous Harbor?
That's down by Yannaford, ain't it?
Which is part of the storyline quest.
Let's take a look. Let's see Tenebrous.
So that would be still a starter scene because it's still in the main storyline.
It's a tier 5 scene. I wouldn't call that a starter scene by no means. Matter of fact, it's a kick-ass scene. It's not even storyline, Tenebrous Harbor, as far as I recall. But Tenebrous Harbor had the bandits and stuff out there.
Hold on. I don't. I don't hunt. I got a message I need to respond to. This is funny.
Yeah, and Tina says, Jack, if that's how you're defining starter, there is nothing but starter scenes. Yeah, I would agree with that.
They are all starter scenes, man.
That's where the Troll Toe quest is. Okay, but that's not a starter scene, is it? No.
I think wait, the real question, have I even been to Tenebrous Harbor?
You probably were, had your ass kicked and never went back there again.
Hold on. I need to teleport to zone. Have I even been to Tenebrous Harbor? I've never even been to Tenebrous Harbor.
Okay, so yeah, you don't even have it on your list. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even have it on my list. I've never been in that scene.
Okay. But anyway,
why would I go there?
But yeah, the Oracle does all sorts of interesting stuff, and Waldo with 300 bits gonna get him a mystery game key and trigger the next game of marbles. Let's see what Waldo gets for mystery game key. He's gonna get himself a copy of Toy Box Turbos on Steam. Toy Box Turbos currently $14.99. Thank you, Waldo. And Bridge Troll with 300 more bits. Gonna get himself another mystery game key. Waldo.
And Waldo is game key is going to be a copy of Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun. And
what are we playing, buddy?
Thanks for telling me that finally there, Echo Andis. I forgot to open my giveaway. And Waldo, here is your game key of whatever I said it was.
And Bridge Troll, because Waldo has get himself a copy of Company of Crime.
Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun,
which is $39.99 on Steam.
$39.99 on my side.
We got some high priced games going out on Jack's stream today.
You know what? That's what, $80 worth of games given away on my stream today.
So Waldo says we're doing random, so we're going to be rolling out on a random track today, and ooh, we got a good one.
And I guess we're playing a random game of marbles right now.
Yes. We got Few Will Survive as our random track here today.
Okay, let me go find marbles and go click on random and then bring it up on stream. So that way everybody can type in !start. And
!play.
!play, because Laz and I are clicking start in 3, 2, 1, start.
69 seconds. Get in on the action. There will be giveaways.
Oh yeah,
to be had.
Giveaways on both streams.
Oh, okay. We triggered on yours as well. So we got a second game to play, which we're not going to get to.
Mm-hmm.
as Jack munches on kolaches served by his invisible servant there in the house. Who's been there for 2 days straight now.
More than that.
Wow. Is it safe to say Jack's got a roommate?
Nope.
Bed buddy?
I don't know,
Bed
man.
warmer? Well, it can't be too bad. You're getting served food and Diet Dr. Pepper, so I mean, you know.
The gimp from Pulp Fiction. That is exactly what it is.
And here we go as we get ready to race at the end of the show.
So if you really actually want to get banned from Facebook really quickly, include a picture of a ball gag. Don't ask me how I know these things, because any picture with ball gags will get you banned off of Facebook relatively quickly.
I just saw somebody in my VR
Because
group.
you're implying they're censoring.
Well, no. I mean, if these idiots don't know what a ball gag is, then they're truly idiots. But that's beside the point. But I just saw somebody who asked, can I use a new account if my account gets banned? And they got banned recently for a post from 2016, folks. 2016.
Yeah.
They just got banned for this week. Okay, so
yeah, the Zucker
don't
bots
tell me
are
that they're not working hard to make sure. And it wasn't even a bad post, which was even more fun.
No, the funny part is like getting banned for a post that you find on Facebook.
Stymie ejected.
It's a child muzzle. Yeah. Yeah.
Rich
Okay,
likes to
Laz.
wear a ball gag when driving, he says.
Irish Eyes and myself were both ejected
Physicist
along
ejected.
with Mom.
Tina ejected.
Oh man, I have to cross my fingers that Laz actually finishes
Radia
first.
in
Sanjay Weeze
in for the
ejected.
win, but ejected. Irish Eyes ejected. Mom ejected. Sage Rise ejected. Bridge Troll actually lands in. Econdis ejected.
Econdis is in the lead.
And while Thradia wins, she got ejected. So me, Bridge Troll, and Thradia, the only three that actually made it to the basket today. Congratulations.
Thradia now in the lead, coming down to the end. Looks like Thradia is going to be victorious. Congratulations, Thradia.
Indeed.
And Tina was just ejected. So Thradia, here are some scrolls just
Thradia for the double win.
you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
You're a winner
Thradia.
on my stream. You're a winner on Jack's stream.
Okay. And then let's see.
I'm just a winner in general.
But you still can't get no breakfast served to you.
But your servants aren't serving you food as well as they are me. Yeah, and let's see. Hold on.
Her servants
You
are
provided
out
a service,
making
though,
the
didn't you,
bread.
Jack?
You don't know
I'm just
that.
a warm body, man. I'm just a warm body. I don't do nothing.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and pick ourselves a winner. Let's go ahead and find out what game is coming up next.
Now, are we just picking ourselves two wieners?
We could do that because we're
Yeah.
close. Pick the winners and then tell everybody about buying a duck, marrying a duck, and all that good
Yep.
stuff. We could do that.
And
Let's
I
go
will
ahead and
say,
close out the giveaways. Make sure you're raffled up. But it's going to be too late by the
Hubertic.
time you hear this.
Whisper Hubert Tech.
We've got Irish Eyes. Irish Eyes is going to get herself a copy of... What
Okay.
is she going to get herself a copy of?
Well, while you're figuring that out, Hubert got himself a copy of Sundered Eldritch Edition which is $20 on Steam right now.
I gotta refresh that just to
Then-
make sure that.
The second winner is going to be Sajay Wiese, who's getting himself a copy of Warhammer 40,000 Gladius.
He's gonna
Relics
get a copy of Papa
War.
and You. Papa
Oh,
and You.
Man,
That's
Gladius.
$14.99. And our next winner is going to be Tina. And Tina is going to get himself a copy of Shift Happens. Shift Happens.
So this is the real question, Lass. Take a guess.
$14.99 also.
Warhammer 40,000 Gladius Relics of War. What do you think that price is?
$29.99.
$39.99.
$39.99.
On Steam. Yeah.
So congratulations to our winners today. And
Wow.
we're just going to go ahead. I'm going to just run through these real quick. Don't forget you're watching us. Don't forget the BMC wants members. Don't forget that WRFB is on throughout the day for your grinding needs. Shroud Music has got ABC files, and you can marry your duck and do all sorts of other things out on shroudmarketplace.com. But with that, we got to run and get out of here because it's that time of the day. We'll be back with more news and hijinks right here on NBNN tomorrow. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. Congrats to our winners. We'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks
Bye-bye.
for supporters, too.